Hey, good morning and welcome. Welcome to a Monday edition of the Tom Barfield Show. We are so glad you're with us for a Monday edition of the program. Glad to have you with us. We are in our new digs. We're in our new studio, still under construction. But man, are we happy to be here in our new facilities. Lark Smith's alongside. Glad to have you with us as well. Live on YouTube, the Rogue Media channel, and also I believe live on Facebook. So you can check that out as well. All right, glad to have you along as we get going. We got a big show for you. Marcus Willis, the La Vega basketball coach, is going to join us today. Kevin Ferguson from Collect 'em Again. We were there for a week doing the show there, and I was just amazed at the different types of people that came in, what they were shopping for, what they were trading, it's its own little world, and I knew nothing about it. So we're gonna talk a little bit about collectibles and you know, there's some in the background, and those are, you know, personal stuff, but we're gonna get into that a little bit today and talk to Kevin about it. Lots of sports news to get to from over the weekend. Lark Smith, tell me, how was your weekend? What'd you get done?
I got a doubleheader done on Sunday at Grayson, and it rained quite a bit up in North Texas on Saturday. That's the reason why had to play the doubleheader on Sunday. And between the parking lot and the press box where I had to work, there was about 15 yards of nothing but mud.
Yikes!
They're doing a lot of construction work around the ballpark there at Grayson, and so I still have to clean my shoes up because they're pretty doggone muddy.
Well, that happens. I mean, it happens. So yeah. Okay, well, I'm glad you had a good weekend. We played on Sunday as well. We started on Saturday. We had a 2:00 first pitch, got pushed back to 5. We looked like we had a window. It looked like we had a great window to play. We play an inning in a third, I believe, and then Mother Nature decided you're not playing anymore. And so we pulled the plug, came back, started at 1:00 yesterday, and finished the second game of the series, and then played the third game of the series against the Air Force Academy. And let me just say this. They are about as impressive a group of people that I've ever met, from their head coach, Mike Kozowski, Coach Kaz, all the way down to all those players. I mean, it was a special weekend. It was a salute to our armed forces, to our military at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark, and it was awesome. And I do mean awesome to have those young men in town. The seniors, we were just the seniors from that baseball team. Most of them are going to be fighter pilots. One's going to be an astronaut. That'll kind of give you an idea of what we're dealing with as far as people are concerned with when it comes to those guys. It's I can't tell you. I was moved. I literally was moved when the national anthem played. They stood in attention. You know, it was that kind of weekend. I mean, it made you pause, especially with what's going on in the Middle East right now. These young men, they're ready to play baseball, but they're also ready to get in that fighter jet and go do what they need to do for this country. It makes you stop and pause for a moment. So it was pretty good stuff.
Certainly does. Matter of fact, Monday I was at Dallas Baptist for a game between McLennan and Seminole, and 7:00 rolled around. And a lot of people don't know, but the national cemetery for the Dallas-Fort Worth area is just maybe 200 yards.
Yeah,
200 yards behind the right field wall. And every day at 7:00, they have taps played over the loudspeakers there. And in the ballpark, they put up on the scoreboard, please stand for taps. And the whole ball game stopped, and it just sent chill bumps to me.
Well, last weekend, Air Force played Dallas Baptist,
right?
And two players. There's two former players are buried in that cemetery from the Air Force Academy that Coach Kaz coached. And so two players on the current team, one for each player that's deceased, had that particular player's name on their back. When they paused for taps, all the players stopped and saluted. Those two players stepped forward to be recognized, so they can recognize the two deceased Air Force fighter pilots that were former baseball players for the Air Force Academy. So yeah, it touches home. It really does. And having former having family members in the military and family members in that are retired military. It's Air Force. My stepson is in his 17th year in the United States Air Force. So yeah, it's touches close to home. Let's see. We spring forward this week. Did you enjoy that? Here's my deal. And you may agree, you may disagree. I don't care which time you choose. You want to fall back, you want to spring forward, you want to dance in the middle. I don't care. Pick one and leave it alone. I don't like time change. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense to me. I mean, my phone woke me up at what I thought was 7:00. And then I got into my truck to head to Denison, and it said it was 6:20. And I went, wait a minute. What's going on here?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I went, oh, let's see.
Yeah.
Is this spring forward?
Yeah.
Apparently it was.
Yeah. Springing forward. You're springing forward.
It surprised me.
Yeah. So now it'll take 6 weeks to adapt to this new time schedule we're on, and we'll go from there. This week on the program, and I know we're running a little late here, but this week on the program, we will also talk with Bryce Cherry and James Leverton, the head coach of McLennan Baseball, on Tuesday. Wednesday, the director of the television program, the NBC television program, The Voice, Alan Carter, huge Ranger fan. He's going to join us. Kyle Yowens of the Cowboys will effort Kyle. Thursday, we'll talk to Jones Mitchell from Lake Waco Golf and Country Club. We'll also talk to Lonnie Judd, the athletic director at Robinson ISD. He's retiring this year, so we'll walk down memory lane. He's coached at Midway. He's coached and was the AD at Moody and coached in the Metroplex. So we'll go down memory lane with Lonnie on Thursday. Jeff Wilson from DLS talks Ranger baseball with us on Friday, and a whole lot more. So that's kind of the show for you this week. We are presented by Toking. Toking, yeah, they locally owned and operated business, 24-hour emergency roadside assistance. You need help at any time. I know you don't want it, but if you need it, it's there with Toking. Gary Hoffman and his team, 254-666-5484 for Gary Hoffman and the team at Toking, and many thanks to Toking for presenting our program. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk La Vega women's basketball. They dropped a heartbreaker to Decatur in overtime in the state championship game on Friday evening. We'll talk to Marcus Willis, the head coach. We'll do that next here on the Tom Barfield Show.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Toking is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Toking offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Toking of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Toking the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farm, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
Hi, I'm Mitch, the co-founder of Cake, a sexual health and wellness company designed for today and designed for you. Yes, you. The entire product line can be found at hellocake.com, and it's also available in every Walmart near you.
All right, welcome back. This is the Tom Barfield Show on a Monday. Some things to go over while we wait for La Vega basketball coach Marcus Willis to join us here on the program. The Texas 2A Showdown took place this past weekend, but with the inclement weather, they were unable to get everything played. So they got shut down prior to the semifinals, and I think they had a great event. Making the semifinals was New Home, Axtell, Rosebud Lot, and Valley Mills, but unfortunately they were unable to play the championships. Baylor baseball, as we mentioned, did play Air Force, swept that 3-game set, so they're now 9-6. Softball walked it off. Baylor softball walked it off, so they got a sweep of Iowa State. Baylor women's basketball on Friday lost to Colorado in the Big 12 tournament, so now they sit and wait. I think their selection show is a week from tonight. Is that right, Lauren?
That's correct.
A week from tonight, so they'll have a selection for that basketball tournament. The NCAA women's tournament will be next Monday, and in all likelihood, they're going to be on the road in the first round. But look, I think Nikki said it best. They got to figure things out. I think that was a shock to everybody. I know it was a shock to Derek Smith, my partner for baseball. Is also the radio voice for Baylor women's basketball, and it was a short trip to Kansas City. Unfortunately, man, they were back. Baylor men's basketball. Did they ever get a big win over Utah?
Yes,
and went to triple digits in that one, and that was Scott Drew's 500th career victory. I mean, there's not many that can claim that. There's not many that can claim that they've coached 500 games in Division I college basketball, much less
at one school,
much less have 500 victories. So, congratulations to Scott Drew for picking up his 500 victory. A quick turn. They're up in Kansas City now. 11:30 tomorrow morning. They'll take on Arizona State in the first round of the NCAA basketball tournament. Not the NCAA basketball tournament, I beg your pardon. The Big 12 men's, Phillips 66 men's basketball tournament. That'll be coming up starting tomorrow for Baylor at 11:30 for the tip-off. So you can watch our show and then take a quick break, grab a quick bite of lunch, early lunch, and then watch the basketball game, Baylor and Arizona State at 11:30. And Lark will talk about it a little bit later, but MCC, McLennan Baseball, went on the road, dropped a doubleheader to Grayson. We'll get into that a little bit later on. So still effort team Marcus Willis. He'll join us here in just a couple of seconds. We'll get Marcus on, and we'll talk some La Vega basketball. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's go ahead and get the break right here, and then we'll come back and talk to Coach Willis. We'll do that when the Tom Barfield Show continues in just a moment. Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
Tervis is all about staying hydrated. Each product is built to last and comes in endless designs to match your personality. Stay refreshed and express yourself with Tervis. Visit Tervis.com today and find your perfect tumbler.
Welcome to Kitbag, the ultimate destination for football fans. Whether you're cheering for Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, or any other top club, for true football passion, think Kitbag. Visit kitbag.com today. That's KITBAG.com. Kitbag.
All right, welcome back. This is the Tom Barfield Show. We're glad you're with us here on what is this? This is Monday. Boy, it feels like Monday too, doesn't it? Glad to have you alongside as we roll through this Monday. La Vega went on the road to San Antonio on Friday evening and dropped a 58-54 overtime loss to Decatur. Lark, that's gut wrenching.
Yeah, 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row that they lost. They built a lead. I think they had a 6-point lead in going into the fourth quarter, and then went to overtime and lost to Decatur. But I'm just amazed at just how strong this program is that La Vega has, and what Marcus Willis has built over there. And we're still efforting Marcus, by the way. You know what we do have is we have Kevin Ferguson from Collect 'em Again. That's at 930 Austin Avenue. Let's go ahead and jump in and say hi to Kevin. Kevin, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Tom. How are y'all?
Doing great. Hey, first of all, I want to publicly thank you for letting us. We did a week's worth of shows in your facility. I mean, you guys came. You're not open on Monday, but you came over there and you let us in. You let us use your facility, and we do appreciate very much you letting us jump in and take over your place, man. It was unreal. I was amazed, Kevin, at the different types of people that came in to buy, to sell, to browse. It's an eclectic group of people that are into collectibles.
Yes, absolutely. It's I tell everybody it's whether you're 4 or 104, there's something in this shop for everyone. A lot of people don't think collectibles as more of a nerdy thing, but you'd be surprised at how many people that come in and just enjoy looking at the past. Really, it's memories that's in this shop.
What kind of people? I mean, you have professionals. I mean, we saw athletes. We saw some Baylor athletes in there. I mean, they come from all walks of life, don't they?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We've had attorneys come in and spend their lunch break in here with us, discussing different things. Kids from I say kids, some students from Baylor Law School that come in here just to decompress with us. I mean, there's 2 guys that come in here, and that's what they do, is they come in to decompress after a long test or something. Attorneys, doctors, just about anybody, any walk of life. A lot of wives come in here, girlfriends, and they kind of have their head up in the air like, oh gosh, I'm here. And by the end of it, they're smiling and giggling over in a corner because they found something that reminded them of the younger days, the simpler times in life, the things that made them happy once upon a time. Even if it was a brother's, toy that aggravated them, they still had a smile about it.
It's not just sports. In fact, I mean, you have so many different. You have music. I mean, there's all kinds of collectibles in your shop, isn't it?
Oh yes. We have records. We have comics. Obviously, sports cards. We have Legos. I was surprised at how many people that were into Legos. I never knew Legos was that big of a thing. But yes, we got so many things that bring smiles to people's faces. Autographed memorabilia, just a little bit of everything. We like to cater to everybody. We're not just a strictly card and comic shop. We've got a little bit of everything.
How did you and Ben get into this line of work? I mean, you didn't wake up one day and go, you know what, I'm going to open up a collectible shop.
Yeah. So, Ben and I have the same mentality. When we were younger, I know whenever I was a kid, I always thought it would be so cool to own my own card shop one day. And then, of course, life hits you as you grow up and you have to start adulting and all that.
Stuff gets in the way, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. And then, I went through my career in life, which was in law enforcement. And whenever it was time to hang up that gun and badge, I decided, you know what? Let me revert back to my childhood and do something that was always on my mind as a kid. And that's how this began.
As far as sports is concerned, walk me through this. I mean, what do you have? I mean, just kind of highlight some of the things that you guys typically have, some of the things that are kind of unusual that you might have now, or maybe that you've had in the past? Just kind of walk us through some of the things on the sports side, since this is a sports show. It's supposed to be.
Yeah. And I will say, it has been very quiet in here today since we don't have y'all in here. It's kind of lonely. But yes, anywhere from, autographed helmets, autographed baseballs, autographed bats. We've got, sports cards, whether they be, an autographed card of, Joe Montana. We've got a little bit of just about anything, whether it be old cards back in the late 80s and 90s. We have some back from the 1930s. Just a lot of cool stuff. I have a lot of, I'm a big fan of Baylor athletics. So I have a little bit of everything with Baylor, Kim Mulkey autographed basketballs. I have a team signed football from back in 2008, I believe it was. One of my friends is on that football. Stuff that's kind of near and dear to my heart. And some of this I just like to show off. I say it's mine, it's in my collection until somebody buys it, and then, I have to say goodbye.
Visiting with Kevin Ferguson. Collect him again, 930 Austin Avenue. If I know nothing about this, but I'm watching this segment, and I'm curious, and I may want to get started. How does one get going into this? How does one, start the process of maybe collecting?
No, the process is simple. Just think of something that kind of it relaxes you. I mean, I use this as a lot of decompression myself, being in law enforcement. Just think of something that excites you, or, whether it be, collecting Legos, or it be collecting autographed baseballs. I mean, so many people have a different style of collecting. They don't collect just one player, they collect the team, but only the Hall of Famers from that team, or Hall of Famers from a certain year. It's really at your mind's, the sky's the limit. So many people collect for different reasons.
Now, is most of it sentimental stuff, or is this for some a business, so to speak?
Well, honestly, this is, for me, this is sentimental. It's just enjoying being able to come to work and hang out with my collection. But so many people these days use this as an avenue, or I should say, an avenue for revenue, to make ends meet. I mean, the sports card world has just blown up these past 10, 15 years. And so many people are making, life-changing money doing this. And, and don't get me wrong, I would love to be a millionaire, but this is just fun for me. Me and Ben, we enjoy coming to work, conversing with people who come in, discussing why they collect, letting them know why we collect. It's just, it's a good community to be in.
Visiting with Kevin Ferguson from Collect 'em Again, 930 Austin Avenue. Now, you have buyers and you have sellers. Besides the obvious, what's the difference?
The difference between the buyers and sellers is just that buyers, they want, or they are looking for that one piece they need to finish their collection, or, get their new collection started. So they've got to go find something. With the sellers, mainly sellers come in here because they, a loved one passes away and they don't know kind of what to do with their collection. They're not necessarily into collecting, and especially what that loved one collected. So a lot of times they'll bring them into us, bring their collections in, kind of ask us ask of our opinion about things. And we're as honest as the day is long. I want everyone to walk away happy with the transaction that we make or we don't make. I can at least let someone know what their collection is worth and where to take it. Something that we might be able to afford. Because that is, there's some big collections out there that even some people can't afford, like me.
So you hit on something. Do people come in often that have a collection and they don't have a clue what they have because it is somebody else's, it is a loved one, it's something they found in the closet or whatever the case may be? Is that a possibility that you're going to have somebody walk in off the street and go, what is this? And what do I do with it?
Oh, yes, that happens daily. Whether we get a phone call about it or where people walk in with a handful of boxes and say, hey, I don't know what this is. Can you help me? We get people in daily, multiple times a day, to come in and ask our opinion, or, ask if we're interested in buying something they know nothing about. We get a lot of people who come in off reference, oh yes, my friend said come see y'all because they love doing business with y'all. So yeah, it's daily, and as y'all saw, we stayed pretty busy throughout the day. Not to mention y'all were here for that hour segment, and how much y'all saw people coming in. And
I'm telling. Excuse me, Kevin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think that was the one thing that I just couldn't believe, is just how active the community was with this. I mean, look, I know people collect. I've always known that they've collected, and I know people sell, and I just did the frequency in which your door opened was kind of surprising. I think to Lark and myself that you stay that busy and there's that much activity. Is it the same people day in and day out, or are you seeing new people every day?
We pretty much see new people every day. We do have our everyday folks that come in to just see what is new in the shop that they hadn't seen, that had possibly came in the day before or since the last time they were in. We have our regulars, and our regulars love to come in, and if they don't see anything new in here, then they like to just kick back and shoot the breeze with us. I tell everybody, you don't have to buy anything from us. Just come in, tell me a story, tell me a lie. I don't care. Just come in and visit with us. Because
so hang on a second. You're telling me it's like the barbershop. You go hang out and sit around and visit and tell stories?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think y'all witnessed a couple of the folks that come in that just want to sit around and talk, and they were so excited to see y'all in there. One individual, he came up to you and told you about the wing eating contest y'all used to do back in the day. So
that was like the old radio days. Yep.
Yeah. So he just wanted to hang around and talk with us, and then wanted to meet you before y'all left.
That's awesome. Good stuff. Hey, again, you're at 9:30 Austin. Oh, I'm curious. I know we had the storms come in on Saturday. How did the comic book sale go?
It did okay. It did well. We didn't have a sidewalk sale. We had $1 inside sale, but we still had a good turnout. We did very well, so we're plenty happy about that.
930 Austin Avenue. Give us your store hours. When are you open? I know you're not open today, but give us your store hours, and when can folks come see you?
Yeah. We are open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays, we're open from 12 noon to 5 p.m. And then again, Mondays, we're closed.
All right. Hey, we appreciate your time, Kevin. And again, thank you so much for letting us hang out. And Lark and I certainly do appreciate being able to hang out in your store and do the show there for an entire week. And I know we were not, look, we were in your way. We understand, but you were very hospitable to us, and we appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Yeah, perfect. I hope y'all come back and visit soon.
We will. Hey, Kevin, thanks. That's Kevin from Collect 'em Again, 930 Austin Avenue. Appreciate it. Lark, he and Ben were just absolutely terrific to us. They were great hosts, and we appreciate them. So, good stuff there. Hey, we're presented today, as always, by Toe King, and we're brought to you in part by Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. They're at 18th and Herring. They're open Monday through Friday from 10 until 4, Saturday 10 until 2 o'clock. They got the best burger in town. But I don't know if you know this, but if you got a big event, springtime, we have lots of events. We got graduation parties. We've got weddings and anniversaries and all those kind of fun things. They can cater for you, and they don't have to do a burger. If you want turkey and dressing, you want chicken, they can do that for you. So check that out. It is Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. They're at 18th and Herring. They're open Monday through Friday, 10 until 4:30, Saturday, 10 until 2. Stay with us. Marcus Willis, the La Vega basketball coach, is next.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco. One of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farm, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
Hi, I'm Mitch, the co-founder of Cake, a sexual health and wellness company designed for today and designed for you. Yes, you. The entire product line can be found at hellocake.com, and it's also available in every Walmart near you.
All right, welcome back. This is the Tom Barfield Show. We are so glad you're with us here on this Monday, and we're joined now by La Vega basketball coach Marcus. First of all, Coach, thanks so much for your time. Sorry for the confusion. I'm sure 100% that's my fault, but we do appreciate you being with us today.
Oh, no, I thank you. We went through 2 laptops and 2 phones to try to get this thing going. So I'm sorry for the confusion as well, too. So
no problem.
Thanks for having me this morning.
I know it was a tough one. What a ball game. 58-54, Decatur wins it in overtime. Your kids played their hearts out, didn't they?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for that. And hats off to Decatur and Drew. I mean, great coach, great program. You know, it was a test match for 32 or actually 36 minutes. And, you know, unfortunately we let one slip slipped in, you know, but congrats to them. And I'm still proud of the kiddos and, you know, and definitely thankful to La Vega ISD.
The game was in the 40s and then into the 50s in overtime. Is that where you needed the game to be successful? Did you need it to be in the 40s, 50s, somewhere in that neighborhood to win the ball game and give yourself a chance?
Oh, for sure. But I just didn't like the fact that they scored 58. We knew that they were a high-powered team. I think if we would have kind of kept them up under 50, I felt really, really good winning this ball game, which we kind of had them right at that point at that particular time. But, you know, once again, this is a great program that also has championship pedigree as well, too. And, what I've learned in state championship runs, you always have to have a little bit of luck. And the basketball guys just didn't fall our way in the right time, and it did on Decatur's end. So,
Coach, you played them a year ago. You play them this year. Were there any surprises in the game? Did they do anything offensively or defensively that you went, never seen that before?
Well, actually, to be honest with you, the last alignment that he had when Peck hit the over the lob, you know, that was an alignment that we had not seen. You know, we had about maybe 15 or so film on Decatur, maybe more, and we studied it. You know, we kind of knew. You know, as you can see, we disrupted their offensive flow. You know, either last year, a year from ago, you know, we got hit with a lot of backdoor cuts. We got we got caught standing a little bit. You know, I think we were very disciplined this year. We kind of took a lot of his half court opportunities away. But yes, that last alignment we wasn't familiar with. After a couple of days of not sleeping, I kind of maybe thought about what I probably could have done in that alignment. But you know, I can also say that was a big time player that made a big time play as well too.
Talking with Marcus Willis, the head basketball coach at La Vega, dropped the 58-54 decision in overtime to Decatur in the state tournament down in San Antonio. When you look at your basketball team, your seniors really stepped it up all year long, but they were really good in the state championship game.
Oh yeah, and hats off to Ree, Samaria, Parker Minute, and also Kimura. They've carried the load all year long, and I told them at the beginning of the year that we're going to ride this state championship run, with you guys, and I think they knew that this was the last time they're gonna wear a La Vega uniform, and they definitely wore it with pride. With pride, and so hats off to the leadership and just the accountability and ownership that they've taken amongst this team. And we had some young kids that played some big significant roles this year, and they had some great seniors to look up to.
Talking with Marcus Willis from La Vega. Coach, talk about the success of this program, the success this year in particular. What did it do for the community and in the bonding of Bellmead and everybody associated with La Vega basketball?
I mean, just again, La Vega's tradition of excellence. We talk about that, rich in tradition, rich in winning, rich in culture, and we just want to continue to mimic that and just continue to be the standard. And just it takes a village. We talk about the administration, we talk about our staff, we talk about the players, we talk about everybody, faculty. Just our police department, our cafeteria workers, our maintenance department. Just we're all a true family, and I think that's what helps us continue to see those success and those championship runs, not just in basketball. It does that. We do that in other sports as well too. So, I think that all collectively says it all, to be honest with you.
You can speak to this. The format's a little different. Semifinals were now picked by the two head coaches, and in that it's just like a regular playoff game, and then the finals go down to San Antonio. It used to be, quote, a tournament where you played the semis and the finals there in the championship city. Heck, it used to be in Austin for that matter. But do you like the format? Do you like being able to pick your own side in the semifinal game, maybe even pick your own officials and those type of things, with the agreement, or would you prefer to see it as a tournament where the semifinals and the finals are all played in one city?
I actually do not like this new format. I prefer being back in the state tournament field. I prefer to have 2 games in San Antonio. It does have some upside to it. I think it does give you a little bit more time to prepare for a state championship game because you're not playing back to back. I think that is a pro side of it. But I think everything else, even in the state championship, even when it's in the old format in the state semifinal, you're still allowed to pick or at least agree to officials.
Right.
So that's something that's not new. But being at a neutral side or agreeing on that, I think I would not have to worry about that. So I think the pro side of it is you do have time to prepare for a state championship game, and I'm saying it's a couple more days. But I think everything else is a con to me. So if I had to say yes, go to the old format, I would say go back to the old format. But I'm blessed because we did something totally different this year. So last year, I thought we were rushed because we went down there like the day before we played. We didn't go down until Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. This year, I asked my admin team with permission of them to go up there that Wednesday. And so we played on Tuesday. We got home about midnight from playing Davenport in Rouse and Leander. And we were heading to San Antonio about 11:30 that Wednesday. And I think that was the best thing for us because I was able to get the kids away from everything. And it was just us, focusing on us. And like I said, I think that allowed us to play the game that we played on Friday night, win or lose.
What did it do for you to kind of isolate away from everybody else and all the white noise, if you will, the distractions of all the conversations? What did it do for your basketball team?
Well, I think it allowed us to get better. And I think when I say get better collectively, as far as chemistry, as far as just, loving each other more, praising each other more, celebrating, we were able to team bond. So we got there on Wednesday morning. We did our normal routine. We stopped at San Marcos and ate at Chick-fil-A, grab and go. We had a practice at St. Mary's University. So we was able to put ourselves in kind of like a baby Alamo Dome feeling. Shooting on breakaway goals, not having not having a background behind you a little bit in St. Mary's. So, shout out to Coach Val for allowing us to be there. And then I think we went to go watch the UTSA game. They played Tulsa that night. Of course we have a UTSA commit in Ree Kinsey. So we were able to do that and then had some team dinner. And then of course we were lights out. So, them being away from everything, just focused on us. We allowed them to have some good times on Wednesday. We allowed them to be them. And then Thursday was all about business, our normal itinerary to prepare for a state championship game. So just being away, being isolated, just us, I just think it got our focus better. We were in film, and in the hotel room. We were in the conference room 3 or 4 times, really dissecting this Decatur. And like I said, I just think it made our preparation that much better.
Do you take a break, catch your breath, and then get back to work for 26, 27, or what's next for Marcus Willis and the La Vega basketball team?
Well, last night I think was the night that I got. I'm not gonna say decent sleep, but maybe the best sleep ever since Friday night. But I'm not gonna lie to you, Tommy. This one stings a bit, and I'm gonna hurt for this one for a long time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be wrong if I didn't tell you that. Every day I'm gonna think about this state championship game, and so I think it builds more fuel to the fire to get back. So normally I would take a break, but nah, I'm coaching high level summer ball this year like I did last year. Last year I was able to get into I was coaching for Mo Jeff on the P24 circuit, and we had a lot of high level kids, and it really got me better, being a coach, better father, better mentor, and whatever. And so now I'm on the Under Armour circuit, so I'll be coaching some Under Armour AAU basketball as well too. So I'll be shifting my focus towards that. I coach my youngest boy as well too. So I'll coach him this summer as well. So no, I still got a lot of basketball ahead of me. I'm gonna get ready for my camp in June as well too. So this will be our third year having our camp so successful. Glad we're able to do that. So we'll shift gear on that. And most importantly, I give my girls, of course, we're off for spring break, and most of them are kind of transitioning to track as well too. So we'll give them a couple weeks, and then we'll get right back to the gym. So now the 26-27 season is ahead of us, and that's what we're focused on, to get back to San Antonio next March. It doesn't stop.
Excuse me. So talk a little bit about that, and then we're going to let you go. But without giving away all your trade secrets, how did you build this program? How did this program get to the place where, heck, it's San Antonio or bust? It certainly feels that way. I mean, I know that's a lot of pressure on kids, a lot of pressure on you guys, but it certainly kind of feels that way from the outside looking in.
Well, once again, it takes a village. It's not just us. It's what they do outside of us. So, of course, summer, what they do in the summer, definitely helps. What they do in the offseason definitely helps. And I think it's just a demand and expectation for us to get to San Antonio. Our program, and I'm not here just to brag or boast, but we really treat our program like a collegiate program. We try to mimic a lot of the things that collegiate programs do. So whether if you don't have aspirations to go play at the next level, we're at least going to treat you like that, and that's going to force you to be a great high school player. And so I think the demand, just to be able to play at a high level is just there. And I think that is an expectation. So when you sign up to play for La Vega girls basketball, you already know the expectation, and know we're going to do our job to skill you. We're going to do our job to develop you. We're going to do our job to love you. We're going to do our job to do what's best, the best way we can do to make you a better version of yourself, not just on the floor, off the floor as well.
Coach, thank you. I know this was not a whole lot of fun, but we appreciate you coming on and talking about the basketball game, talking about your kids, talking about your program. Very much appreciative. And let us know when the camp is in June. I'd love to get you back on and talk about that and promote your camp in June. So let us know about that.
Most definitely. I'm targeting the first week in June. I messed up last year. I did it the second week of June, but I have so many kids that transition to college. We're blessed, of course, with we got 2 kids at Texas State, KP and AC. My daughter's at Tarleton. I got Dree at Grayson, and I have Lake Bradley at Southwestern, and I have Lake Good at Preview. And so I remember last year I missed some of those kids to come back and help because they had to go back to their schools. So I am going to target the first week in June, and when I get hard dates, I'll definitely let you know. So no, definitely want to be able to give back to the community and kind of show what it feels to train like a champ.
Coach, thanks. Appreciate your time as always.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
You bet. Head coach Marcus Willis of La Vega, and what a gut! You can hear it in his voice. What a gut-wrenching loss, 58-54 in overtime to Decatur. And I think they had a 6-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and then Decatur made a run. And basketball is a game of runs. It just is. I think La Vega went on a 10-0 run to kind of get that lead. But anyway, 58-54, Decatur wins it, and that's 2 consecutive trips to San Antonio where Decatur comes away with the championship. But like we've talked about it a million times in other sports, if you're in that championship, you are a champion. Just somebody outscores the other one. I mean, it's that simple.
Yeah, absolutely. And what he mentioned it to some extent, the fact that you're in that big arena and you don't have a background behind you to give you a feel of depth perception of that hole out in the middle of nowhere that you're throwing a basketball at. and just to be able to score any points that there's something other than a layup in that type of atmosphere. When you've played in gyms that have a wall about 5 to 6 feet behind the backboard, that gives you some background to have some depth perception. I'm just amazed that anybody scores anything other than a layup in a situation like that.
All right, so that's what happened in women's basketball, and again, I look at what they've done and what they've done over what is that? His fourth trip, their 8th or 9th in program history. I mean, it's pretty impressive. We are presented by Toe King. Thanks to Gary Hoffman and his team. And again, they offer 24-hour roadside emergency service. And you know what they always say, slow down or move over. And that's to give the emergency crews, whether whatever the emergency crew may be, police, fire, ambulance, whatever, tow trucks, whatever the case may be, give them a chance to work and be safe in their work. We're also brought to you by Lake Waco Golf Club. It's a semi-private facility, and it's out on the north side of the lake, out by the airport, in a great place. They got an 18-hole golf course, got a par 3 golf course, got a practice facility. They got the swimming pool that's getting ready to open. It's as we get to springtime. They've got the bar and grill, which has been redone. It is absolutely beautiful. So you want to check out Lake Waco Golf Club and get hooked up there. You can call for a tee time. You can go out there and take a look around. Maybe you want to join. Members can do all those things, plus they can go fishing. There's just all kinds of neat things they could do. So check out Lake Waco Golf Club at lakewacogc.com. Tell you what, let's do right now. Let's go ahead and bring Lark in. Let's get to the sports news of the day. We had a lot of ball games played over the weekend. You may have missed a score or two, and a look ahead to the week. So, Lark, what do you got for us?
All right. Well, first off, we talked about a fishing tournament that was held at Lake Waco.
It got rained out, right?
No, it did not.
Did not get rained out.
No, they had the knockout round Saturday at Lake Waco, and some choppy, wet. Okay, wet water, but I mean, it was raining some. And
they got wet?
Yeah, they got wet, and it was choppy competition. But beautiful day on Sunday to fish. Zach Burge of Blanchard, Oklahoma, took the top prize at that fishing event.
How much?
$125,000 for a weekend of fishing.
A weekend of catching.
Yeah. Let's see. According to reports, he worked the area of the lake known to locals as Atkins Hole.
Oh, yeah.
To catch 27 scoreable bass that total just over 75 pounds to outdistance the second place finisher by more than 30 pounds.
Wow.
Waco area pro Alton Jones Jr. finished in the money. He came home with $15,500, while his dad, Alton Jones Sr., he did not place in the money. Sorry, Alton. All right, we've talked about girls basketball. There's also the boys basketball going on, and we had the regional championship game back on Friday between Meyer Academy and Bosqueville. Meyer Academy came away with the 48-44 win in that contest. So they win 2 of the 3 games between those 2 district rivals. So Meyer Academy now advances to the boys semifinals, where they will play tomorrow in Abilene at Abilene Christian against Panhandle. Tip-off for that will be 4:30 tomorrow for Meyer Academy versus Panhandle. Meyer trying to get back to the state tournament where they won it last year in the 2A Division I level. We mentioned earlier the Big 12 women's basketball. Baylor lost to Colorado 62-53. In the other Big 12 women's semifinals, you had Kansas State losing to TCU 74-62, and Virginia edged Colorado 48-47. So that set up the women's championship game, where West Virginia won 62-53 over TCU. SEC women's basketball, South Carolina beat LSU 83-77. I think I saw somewhere that's the 19th consecutive win for South Carolina over LSU in women's basketball. The Texas women defeated Ole Miss 85-68. That set up the championship game between South Carolina and Texas, and the Longhorn ladies came away with the win there, 78-61. Tom mentioned earlier in the show that the selection show for NCAA women's basketball comes next Sunday.
Monday.
Is it Monday?
It's Monday. The men will be on Sunday, and the women will be on Monday, I believe.
Well, it was whatever the 15th is what I saw, whichever date that is. I'm not sure. I don't look at calendars that often. Big 12 men on Saturday. Tom mentioned that Baylor blasted Utah 101-75. It was TCU over Cincinnati 73-63. Texas Tech lost to BYU 82-76. SEC men's basketball, A&M defeated LSU 94-91. It was Oklahoma beating Texas in Austin 88-85. Men's Big 12 basketball tournament starting tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Baylor plays tomorrow at 11:30. 11:30 tip.
They're taking on Arizona State.
Correct.
And in the SEC men's tournament in the first round, Texas is going to take on Ole Miss, and Oklahoma is going to take on South Carolina. Some junior college basketball, you had the MCC men and women defeating Southwestern Christian. The women winning 80-65. The men won 103-76. That was the final regular season game. The Region 5 postseason tournament will be coming up starting on Wednesday of this week. Also in final regular season games, the Temple women defeated Cisco 88-52. And the Hill women defeated Ranger 70-4-56. But the Hill men lost to Ranger 83-73. So that sets up the Region 5 postseason tournament. That's out in Odessa starting on Wednesday. The MCC women start at 3 o'clock on Wednesday against Howard. Also, the Hill women taking part in that. They'll play the 7 o'clock game on Wednesday against Clarendon. On Thursday is when the men's first round is, and that's when MCC will be playing Midland at 1 o'clock. And Temple's men's team will take on South Plains at 3 p.m.
Wow.
So
there you go.
Yeah.
All right. A lot of stuff going on. And that's good. I mean, springtime's fun. I mean, this is when all the, they talk about it all the time. Well, we're busy in the fall. No, you're not. You're busy in the spring because there's baseball, softball, tennis, golf. I mean, there's all kinds of sports going on in the spring.
Do have some softball and baseball scores if you want to go over them.
Yeah, we can get to those real quick.
All right. College softball, Baylor had a 3-game series with Iowa State, conference series, and won all 3 games, 8-1, 4-2, and 5-4. Also in college softball, Texas Tech taking on Houston. Tech won all 3 of those games, 10-0, 11-1, and 12-6. Texas A&M defeated Tarleton 15-2, and also lost to Texas State 3-1. That was in a tournament. And the Texas women were taking on South Carolina. They won all 3 games, 4-2, 3-0, and 5-2. College baseball, Tom was at games at Baylor where Baylor swept Air Force 7-0, 5-4, and 6-1. TCU played 2 games with Tulane and split. TCU won the first game 7-6. Tulane the next game 8-4. Texas Tech took all 3 games against Penn State this weekend, and they scored like they were playing football. 15-7, 21-6, and 14-4 were the finals in those games. The Arkansas Razorback baseball team won 2 out of 3 from Stetson over the weekend, losing the last game 4-1. Texas A&M took on Oakland in a 3-game series. The Aggies won all 3 games there. Oklahoma ended up playing just 2 games with Santa Clara this weekend, winning both of those games. Texas Longhorns took on South Carolina Upstate and won all 3 games, 14-2, 11-9, and 13-3. And the LSU baseball team won 2 out of 3 from Sacramento State. Sacramento State came back to beat the Tigers in the final game of that 3-game series, 6-1. Junior college baseball, Temple took 2 from Vernon, 10-0 and 5-4. Ranger and Hill split a doubleheader. Hill took the first game 10-6. Ranger won the nightcap 10-0. And McLennan lost their they lost the doubleheader at Grayson yesterday, 8-7 and 6-3, and they end up losing the series 3-1.
Was that a surprise?
It was to me, and what was the real surprise to me was how good the pitching was for both teams. Normally in a 4-game series, when you get to that 4th game, you're going to be at the back of the bullpen. You're going to get maybe anywhere from 15 to 20 walks between the 2 pitching staffs. Yesterday, we had 31 strikeouts in that final game.
Wow.
31 strikeouts, not walks. So it was a little surprising.
Well, there you go. All right.
It was a generous strike zone.
And James Leverton, the head coach of McLennan, will join us tomorrow. We'll talk about what's coming up on the program in just a couple of minutes. Morrison's Gifts, one of our fine sponsors, thanks to Sally and to Mark. They're Waco's oldest family-owned gift store. They've got John Hart, Consuela, Jelly Cats. They got all kinds of things. They've been doing this for over 40 years, probably almost 50 years. They're 4312 West Waco Drive, and you can check them out. And that's right down from Jason's Deli in the Brazos Square Shopping Center. And man, they'll take care of you. I promise. Whether you're shopping for Mother's Day or birthday or Christmas or anniversary, whatever the case may be, you walk in, Sally, I need help. Sally goes to work for you. It's that simple. They got all kinds of things. You're going to love doing business with our friends at Morrison's Gifts. Big Baylor backers, Baylor grads, and man, Mark is always at Baylor baseball. He's always at McLennan baseball. He's a big sports fan. And you'll see him around town at these sporting events. So thanks to Sally and Mark for being a part of the program. It's Morrison's Gifts, 4312 West Waco Drive. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll look ahead to the Tuesday edition of the program. We'll do that when the Tom Barfield Show continues in just a moment. Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
Tervis is all about staying hydrated. Each product is built to last and comes in endless designs to match your personality. Stay refreshed and express yourself with Tervis. Visit Tervis.com today and find your perfect tumbler.
Welcome to Kitbag, the ultimate destination for football fans. Whether you're cheering for Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, or any other top club, for true football passion, think Kitbag. Visit kitbag.com today. That's KITBAG.com. Kitbag.
And we're back as we put the finishing touches on this one. We're brought to you in part by Jasper's Barbecue, 105 Clifton. And boy, that sounds good today, doesn't it? Some barbecue, a little sausage, some brisket, tater salad. Got to have some tater salad.
They got any peach cobbler?
They may. You never know. Yeah. So that's Jasper's Barbecue, 105 Clifton. Thanks to those guys. So tomorrow on the program, we'll have Bryce Cherry from the Waco Tribune Herald. He'll be on the program in our first segment. In our second segment, we're going to talk McLennan baseball and a look at the just kind of go around the conference with James Leverton. So we'll do that in our second segment on the program. So that'll be coming up. And then later in the week, Alan Carter on Wednesday, Kyle Yeomans on Wednesday. Got a lot of stuff coming up on the program. That is going to do it for us here on this Monday. A lot of fun. And again, appreciate so much Marcus Willis from La Vega joining us on the program and Kevin Ferguson from Collect 'em Again at 930 Austin Avenue for being a part of the show. We will do it again tomorrow, 10 a.m. right here live. And by the way, you can now go live to Facebook, the Tom Barfield Show, not my personal page, but the show page, the Tom Barfield Show. You can go there. You can watch it live on Facebook. You can watch it live on the Rogue app. On YouTube. So pass it along to your friends, your neighbors, to pass along to your enemies. I don't care. Just tell everybody that we're on at 10 o'clock every morning, and you can watch it live then, or you can go back and check out the archives, and then you can go get it on your favorite audio podcast, whether it's Spotify or Apple Music or whatever the case may be. Later in the day, you can go find, I think it's after lunch. I'm not sure, but you can go find, we'll have to ask Zach about all that. Zach Burke, he's in charge of all that stuff. We'll have to ask Zach about all that. But anyway, thanks to everyone who's been a part of the program. For Lark, I'm Tom. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you tomorrow at 10.